Hello, my darlings. I hope you're all having a lovely day today. Uh, Firstly, I would like to thank all the people, over 2,000 people who watched my last video, referring to the problems with the government and also the migrants problems that we have in this country. And I do welcome all the comments that down below, and I'm really pleased to see that 99.99% of people agree with me that something's got to be done with that. But thank you very much for watching those videos. I truly appreciate it. And should you wish to watch any of my other videos, you can pop over to my YouTube channel called Mr. Moan, and I have a few more videos up there. But thank you very much for the 2,000 plus people that watch this on TikTok. Thank you so much. Today's rant is about recycling, right? And we know they don't give a shit about that either, okay? And every single day we're having it shoved down our throats about recycling, and it's all our bloody fault, right? When the blame really lies with the supermarkets and the producers of all this damn plastic and all this bloody packaging. Now, we know that the councils will have you believe that they're doing a great job in recycling, when most of the stuff is just shipped abroad to places like bloody Vietnam, Poland, Malaysia, just to name a few of the countries. And they don't want the bloody stuff either, right? Because most of it is unrecyclable, and it just sits there in massive great heaps, rotting away in their country. But the councils will have you believe that they are doing a fantastic job. They've got rid of the shit, right? But we're the ones that get the bloody blame all the time for the plastics and the recycling, and we're not recycling enough, and we've got to do more to recycle. Well, none of it's being bloody recycled, is it? It's just being dumped in somebody else's country. Only a very tiny proportion of it is actually recycled. The rest of it is just shit of ours that nobody bloody well wants. Now, it's not really the fault of the councils, right? Although I disagree with all their propaganda that they put out about, the stats. We've recycled 300,000 tons and etc., right? And again, we're always given the blame and told, and we have it shoved down our throat day after bloody day about the recycling, and we've got to recycling. I don't know about you guys, right? But I'm fed up with having to sort all this crap out, right? I really am, from bloody bottles to cans to bloody cardboard. But most of it, right, is plastic, unnecessary bloody plastic. Now, the problem lies with the supermarkets and the companies that actually produce this damn stuff, right? The main supermarket, or the main culprit, or who produce most of the plastic, so I understand, is actually Tesco's, quickly followed by Asda, and I think maybe Lidl's after that. And doesn't it make you laugh, right, that when you go around a supermarket and you have to, you're buying your meat and you're buying this, etc., and it's all wrapped up in this plastic, remember, plastic, right? And then when you come to the checkout, and if you don't have a bag, we have to pay for a plastic bag. Isn't that a little bit stupid? Isn't that a little bit unfair that we have to pay for a plastic bag because they want to cut down on recycling? Well, for crying out loud, if they want to bloody cut down on recycling, then stop all these supermarkets and all these producers of all this plastic packaging from producing it in the first place. You can't tell me that there is not a simple solution and an alternative to this. Cardboard, that can rot down. That's not a problem, you know. But why do they not use more cardboard? I don't know. Because it may what? Cost a little bit more money. They may have to get another machine in. And obviously, if it costs more money, they're not going to pay. It's going to be put down to us again, isn't it? But come on now, get real. Cut out the bloody plastic. The government should do something about it. They should whack massive taxes or something, hikes on these companies who produce most of this plastic. And it should not be us who take the blame for it. Why should we take the blame? We're not the producers of it. It's these bloody companies. They just want to march on in the same old fashion. They don't want to change anything. But of course, like always, it's us, the consumer, who always have to pay or take the blame. Well, it's not our fault. Get that message out, people. It's not our fault. It is the fault of the companies, supermarkets, manufacturers of this plastic. It is their bloody fault that we're dumping hundreds and thousands of tons of rubbish that we don't want in other countries. And it's just sitting there and rotting and polluting their rivers, right, which eventually it all's going to land up in the sea as well. You know, come on now. Something's got to be bloody done, and we have got to stop taking the blame. And the blame lies with the companies who do not wish to change, but they must be forced to change. Plastic bottles. Now, I'm old enough to remember when everything came in glass. Your milk came in a glass bottle. All your soft drinks came in a glass bottle. Right, when we were kids, we would collect all the soft drink bottles because they used to be able to get a deposit on them. And then you could take them back to the shop, right, and collect and get all the deposits back in, right, for the bottles. You know, it was a form of income for us when we were kids. It was like having, pocket money. Ha, pocket money. There's a laugh. We never even bloody got any bloody pocket money. So that was the way that we actually, managed to accumulate a few pennies back in the day. Why are we not putting everything back into glass bottles, charging a deposit for the bottles, right? And then when the bottles are recycled or taken back to the shops, right, you are given that deposit. It's your choice whether you take it then, or alternatively, it could be donated to a charity. Oh, wow, that's a bloody great idea, isn't it? How come no buggers thought of that one? Again, it comes back down to these companies. They just don't want to change. And they will not change until they are forced to do so. I do understand, right? And if anybody's out there, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, okay? That currently we don't actually recycle polystyrene in this country. If we do, then it's only a 0.1% or something of polystyrene is actually recycled. No bugger wants to deal with that problem. And although IKEA, in my view, is a great shop, I have no problems with that. But when you buy a lot of the stuff from IKEA, what does it come in? The big boxes and everything else, the cardboard boxes, right? But the cardboard boxes are full of polystyrene, which you cannot, at the present moment, recycle. So, there's so many different alternatives. Why don't they use different alternatives? They just will not change. And it's not until, the governments actually bring pressure upon these companies and say, look, enough is enough, and it's got to stop. Then it will bloody well change. So, that's my rant for today, darlings. I do hope you agree with me. please, I always look forward to the comments down below, and thank you very much for watching. If you want to see some of my other videos, please pop over to YouTube, Mr. Moan on YouTube. You will find some of my other videos, and I will welcome you actually watching them and subscribing to the channel. So thank you very much.